yeah, it's time for Demo Derby. On the Matrix Awakens and Unreal 5 engine experience? Hold on, this isn't a game demo. This is something even more special that I've been looking forward to trying out and haven't got around to until now. Technically, this is the second Unreal Engine 5 game that I've played. Development of Fortnite moved over to Unreal Engine 5 as of Chapter 3, so... but this is a much better indication of its functionality. The Matrix. One of these days I'll see the new movie, but I'm in no rush to do so.
I'm Thomas Anderson. Like many of you, I work with computers. I like the freedom I feel outside the limitations of the real world. But computers are also mirrors, reflecting back who and what we are and the choices we make.
It's Keanu Reeves.
They also confront us with questions about why we want to choose this over that. Why we want to make X instead of Y. Where do ideas of who we are and what we want even come from?
You take the red pill, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real?
For instance, I'm not even sure why I'm here.
Did he turn from live action to video game engine without me noticing?
That it was important for me to ask people, how do we know
That's not really
what
him.
is real?
This is incredible.
Hi, I'm Keanu Reeves. Over 20 years ago, I first played the character Thomas Anderson in the Matrix trilogy. Those films pioneered digital cinema with shots like...
Wow.
Back then, we talked a lot about where the digital age might take cinema and narrative. In an industry where actors have tried to remain perpetually young, we wondered about digital faces that could become immortal.
Oh, wow.
Hi, I'm Carrie Ann Moss, and I played Trinity in the Matrix films. 20 years ago, we asked ourselves how long it would be before faces and bodies could be changed as easily as we change clothes.
We wondered, what would identity mean in a completely digital world?
And what would reality mean when a world we can build feels as real as our own?
Oh, I think we've entered real time.
What just happened?
Yeah, this is what they wanted. They said they were fine with your theoretical mumbo-jumbo.
Sexy action.
Sexy action.
How do you know my Steam history?
Who said?
The marketing people.
Marketing? I thought we were supposed to have total creative control.
Welcome to the Matrix.
You still got it.
Like riding a bike, they say.
I sometimes miss this version of us.
Me too.
The hell are you doing back there?
Sorry, I was told this is a sim preparing me to fight the system.
Right on. You know about this?
Yeah. It's all supposed to be a little unreal.
Ha!
Word of advice.
Nice one.
Agents are bad, but whatever you do, stay the hell away from marketing.
So, what now?
Wonder how well a gaming PC could run
Haven't you
this.
ever watched a movie before? Shoot the tires.
Say no more.
When do I get to control it, though?
Keep them off us. You drive. I'll shoot.
Oh, ho, ho. It's pretty cool. I'll give it that. Oh dear.
Trinity? They're on the car. Boost the roof. My pleasure. Sorry, boys. Of course they have a helicopter. We need cover. Hang on. Still on us. Up ahead. I'm supposed to be safe.
I wonder if they'll let me, like, drive a car or run around in this. So, I mean, this is still mostly scripted. Shoot out left tire, play this animation first. Shoot out right tire, play this animation first. You know.
How about the big gun?
Thought you'd never ask. You boys are gonna get a kick out of this. Come and get it.
It's really cool, but I'm also noticing, you know, the occasional frame dip.
Too many of them. You again.
It would be even cooler if I could aim this myself without it automatically aiming. This is a nice tech demo for what's visually possible with Unreal Engine 5, but I'm sure there's a lot of trickery going
What are
on
you doing?
to make this work.
Box down.
I mean, that aim with the right stick and press a button is straight out of Spider-Man. Unreal Engine 5. Crowd and traffic system? Oh, AI visualization. Look at that. Everything there has a brain. Oh. Virtualized geometry. So, like, none of that geometry is real. Like, only the squares are. So it's doing all that geometry in real time. And then it's smoothing everything. That's impressive. Oh wow. So the frame rate is really bad. Fly? What? Free cam? And just... I'm back on the street. It's kind of like go up on a rooftop or something. No. It won't let me up on the rooftop. Drive? Just get into a car and drive. Haha. Wow, this is pretty cool. So how much of this city is there? How much of this can I explore? Can I go out of bounds? Is there an out of bounds? What happens if I drive in a straight line from one end of the city to the other? There's definitely some extreme limitations to the gameplay here, but from what I hear, it was a very small team that worked on this. So it's naturally not going to have perfect levels of polish. So the real question is, how much of that exists? How much of that can I go see? How much of that can I visit? How far out can I go? Oh, there's like a hexagonal sort of bounding box going on here. Yeah, I've reached the limit. So if I press triangle to walk, it'll take me to what? The nearest... It doesn't even take me to the nearest place I can walk from. It just took me back to the center of the area. So I suppose it's the same in another direction. That just... Camera exposure, camera distance, density. Wow! Material ID. That just tells you what texture is being used. Primitives. So these are the base squares that it's built up of, and then... Like, that's the real geometry. And then here's the fancy geometry that's being put on by the nanite tech. It's happening in real time as you look at the surface. So, I mean, that padlock is fake, and those parts on the shutter are fake. Lines on the brickwork are fake. Now, I saw a tech similar to this being used in 2010.
Hello, I'm Bruce Dell, CEO of Unlimited Detail, and I've been given 5 minutes, no more, to explain what Unlimited Detail is.
I vaguely recall a tech like this in development 10 to 12 years ago, and at the time nobody believed that it was possible. I wonder if Unreal Engine is using that tech. I'd have to look it up because they were showing the scanning of 3D objects, real objects, scanning them into a game engine.
To have a look at a few individual items, if we look here at this rock, I hope you will permit me to say it looks rather real. That's because it is. It's actually been scanned in from the real world.
They would fly the camera down to the ground, and as you got closer to the ground, there was more detail on the ground. And it feels like this is the same or similar tech to what I saw 12 years ago. A lot of this looks like it's real-time guesswork. If I go into the visualization, yeah, it's all being guessed. Like, the inside of that building doesn't exist, I guess? It's bizarre. This tech is just... The more I look at this and the more I try to understand it, the less... Shut the fuck up. The less sense it makes. And this tech already makes very little sense to me. Some interesting... Yeah, like a window there where it shouldn't be. And it displays a different room. So yeah, this is all happening in real time and it's all being... guessed? So... Did they just, like, have a grid and just draw square, this is buildings, and then the engine sees the buildings and goes, okay, this is what a building looks like, and plops it there. Because that's the only way to explain away weird things like doorways slightly in the wall. It makes no sense! The layout of these buildings makes no sense. That means it's perfect for Matrix, because if you think about it, everything in the Matrix is, you know, a simulation, and all simulations are made from guesswork based on data, right? It makes perfect sense. This is all just nonsense. Like, that wall there on that side with those fridges goes further than that wall on that side goes. My head, it hurts. Trying to understand this, it makes my head hurt. Like, I'm worried that future shovelware is going to be like, somebody buys the rights to the Unreal Engine 5, and then what they build is some, like, extremely generic character in a city run around and collect things game, and people will buy that game because they go, wow, look at the level of detail in this map. You know, this game's really stunning, and it would just be that in the future, some hobbyist in their garage can buy city tech for Unreal Engine 5 that looks like this, and they can build a realistic version of a city instantly. The potential with this tech is huge, but so is the potential to scam people. Of course, there is no game for me to decide whether or not I would play, but let's treat this as though it were a demo for a specific Matrix game. Would I play this game based on this demo? Quite possibly. If I knew what kind of game it was going to be. I had a scripted shooting segment, and then I was able to explore a big empty map without much actually to do in it. So I guess I would if I had any indication of what kind of game it was. Nevertheless, this tech is insane, and I can't wait to see it used practically in something like the upcoming Grand Theft Auto 6. Thinking about the potential of this technology blows my mind, and quite frankly, it makes my head hurt. I can't wait to see what somebody with a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of creativity can do with Unreal Engine 5. This has been Demo Derby, but of course, you already knew that. Until next time, if we live that. Wake up!